basically 6 things to look for top to bottom. The top one you want to look for is this flap right here, which goes all the way around to the front, like this. That's the sartorius. So that's number 1 right there is the sartorius, and then you start counting down. The next one is this weird looking flap like this, and it's got a little fan-shaped piece of meat in there, and then it's usually attached to or has some of this hanging off of it, and that's just part of the tendon. That is called the tensor fascia latae. And so both these little guys, and they cover the outer side of the leg. If I pull him back, I'm going to get this big rumpy butt right there. That's gluteus medius. So I think of it, it looks Maximus, but it's not. It's meaty, M-E-A-T-Y. So I think of that as the M-E-D-I-U-S, medius. Below that is the Gluteus Maximus, which is actually kind of small, and he kind of covers over the tip of the medius right there. Then you've got this weird looking finger guy right there that kind of sits in between. That is the caudo femoralis. Caudo tail, femur right here. Caudo femoralis looks like a finger, so I also call it the caudo fingeralis. That helps you remember it. And then the last one is a big chunk of meat right there. That's the biceps femoris, and that comes out of the back region here. So sartorius, tensor fascia latae, gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, caudo femoralis, biceps femoris. Yes?
Gluteus Maximus is on top of?
Bottom. Well, more posterior, but it lays on top of, yes.
Okay.
So not on top of this one.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I take my thigh and kind of open it up, so here's the knee. So I take my biceps femoris, I'm just going to push that out of the way, and I want to look at the thigh. So this is looking down at the thigh. So I have taken my sartorius, which normally covers it, and moved it out of the way, and we're looking for the hot dog. So the outer bun right here between my 2 fingers, that is the vastus lateralis. The hot dog itself, which is round and in the middle, is a rectus femoris. And then the outer bun, which is much thinner, that is the vastus medialis. Okay, so now I'm going to just lay him on his back, so that way we can look at the inner thigh. And there's usually 2 muscles that cover it. The sartorius again, move him out of the way. And then we have this one, the gracilis, which is next to his grassy ass, to help you remember that one. So we're going to move the gracilis and the sartorius out of the way. What you're going to see, there we go. What you're going to find is that there's a long skinny one that normally is attached to the front of his knee. That's the semitendinosus. So we're going to push him back. The next one you bump into is right here. That is the semimembranosus. So tendinosus, membranosus. He gets scooted back. Then we have this guy, which is separated into 2 sections. That is the adductor femoris. So it adducts or pulls towards the body, the femur. Adductor femoris. And then if I go a little bit farther, there's this little skinny dude right there, and he follows the crack of the leg. That is the adductor longus right there. And then here's the vastus medialis again, just for comparison of where everything's located. So I'm going to put him back together, and then I'm going to take a look at the lower leg. In the front, I'm going to do it so it's facing you. In the front, you find the bone, which is right there. And so if you just look at what's sitting on top of the bone, that's the tibialis anterior, or the muscle that sits anterior to the tibia. Now if I go laterally here and pull this back, here's the gastrocnemius, which is a big meaty part of the calf. If I pull that back, the next guy I'm going to see right here, that's the soleus, so GS. And then the next one, I'm going to find this little chunk right here, which is attached to the ankle, and that is the Peroneus muscle. So all this right here that I'm playing with, that's a Peroneus muscle, and then you've hit the anterior again. So it goes G, gastrocnemius, S, soleus, P, Peroneus, T, tibialis anterior. Kind of helps you remember the order of that. From the inside thigh, if I take the biceps femoris and get it out of the way, you have the sciatic nerve, which may or may not be there. Here's your semimembranosus from the other side. And then, if I look up here, this is your adductor femoris from the other side. So I can put the pin on this side, or I can put it on that side. So you want to be able to recognize it from both ways. Okay, what am I missing? Got that one. I think that's it. Unless you can think of one off the top of your head that I did not cover, but I think that's it.
I think Coop got it.
Okay?
Right, Cooper?
So, now, go practice on your cats or the pictures or however
You got it, right, Cooper?
Yeah.
Got it, kid.